At the spot, Shotgun Willie's, I've been there. You were holding a gun. Whose gun were you holding?
Well, the gun wasn't mine. It's not who I am. I don't condone any type of violence.
From the NBA, again, the league has announced it has suspended Ja Morant, the Memphis Grizzlies star, for 25 games to start next season. This comes about a month after he was seen on social media brandishing a firearm.
What's good, TTN fam? It's your boy TTN John. I am back with another video, man. In today's YouTube video, we will be talking about Ja Morant and his return, man. He went crazy last night, so let's get into that. So back in June, we all know Ja Morant was suspended 25 games of the start of this season due to detrimental to the league, basically making a bad image on the league. You know what I'm saying? We all know what Ja Morant was doing. He was pulling out guns with his friends out on Instagram Live. I think he did it like 2 times last season. He got suspended like 2 different times. So the second time they had to do it a little longer. So they suspended him 25 games at the start of this NBA season for like I said, for detrimental to the league. And he was also, you know what I'm saying, required to do like certain things to come back to the court, like counseling and stuff like that. So now we are finally at the point where Ja Morant is free. You know what I'm saying? Free Morant, free 12. That's what we all been saying, free 12, you feel me? Free my boy 12. And he's finally free. And he's finally played his first game. Last night he went crazy against the Pelicans. If y'all didn't watch the game, go watch the highlights. It was a good game start to finish. Like I said, it was a good game start to finish. I ain't gonna lie, I was waiting for this game. I was waiting on this game. I couldn't watch it live because it was on TNT, and I got the league pass. I was low-key sick about that, but I did watch the highlights right away, and I was like, oh my God, Ja Morant is crazy. And yeah, man, the Pelicans put up a fight. At one point, they was even leading by 24 points, bro. Like, what is the Pelicans doing, bro? Like, why is y'all selling this, bro? Y'all team is balanced. You know what I'm saying? This is Ja Morant's first game back with the Grizzlies, so you would think like on the court, the on-court chemistry isn't the best, and like, you know what I'm saying, I am a little disappointed in the Pelicans for, you know, giving up that lead, because if you got that lead, you shouldn't be losing to a buzzer beater. You know what I'm saying? That's a terrible game. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Ingram had a decent night, CJ McCollum had a decent night, but man, that was just, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. I don't like seeing that. I actually like the Pelicans, and I want to see them wrap up games better than that. You know what I'm saying? You got to wrap up. If you want to be a championship team, if you want to be a Western Conference, you know what I'm saying, finals contender, like, you got to be able to wrap up these type of games. You know what I'm saying? You have 24 points to a team that hasn't had on-court chemistry, and they got a terrible record this year. Like, they've been playing terrible this year. So, like, yeah, I'm disappointed in the Pelicans in that part. But yeah, in the second half, Ja Morant and the Grizzlies, they turned up. You know what I'm saying? They took advantage. You know what I'm saying? They smelled blood in the water. You know what I'm saying? They took advantage of the Pelicans, man. You know what I'm saying? And they found themselves tied up with the Pelicans 113 to 113 with 9.6 seconds left. And Ja Morant came up big with a crazy little spin layup. We see Ja Morant in these moments, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times, and he always come up, man. He always comes up big. You know what I'm saying? He a clutch player. That's one thing I can say about Ja Morant. He's a very clutch player at a young age. He low-key, Ja Morant is a top 5 point guard. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people forgot that. You know what I'm saying? With his time being out, he's definitely a top 5 point guard, and he showed us why last night. You know what I'm saying? He finished the game with 34 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists. And in the press game conference, he even said, you know what I'm saying, I feel like tonight was the perfect ending, you know what I'm saying, start to finish. Like, just imagine that, you know what I'm saying? Imagine that. You get in trouble with the league, you out 25 games, your team's struggling, you know what I'm saying? Your team's struggling and shit. You come back, you know what I'm saying? Y'all come back from 24 points, and you hit a game winner, nigga. I ain't gonna lie, me personally, I'll probably be balling, bro. I'll probably be crying, bro. I'll probably be crying, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little simp. I'll probably be crying and shit. Like, damn, that's too perfect, you know what I'm saying? That's too perfect of a night. And it was against a decent team. It wasn't against like the Spurs or like the Pistons or like the Hornets. It was actually a decent, you know what I'm saying, team that they might actually see in the playoffs, you feel me? So that's actually a good, you know what I'm saying, dub. And the game actually felt like a playoff game. It was like a playoff atmosphere in there. So yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie, personally, I even think it was a perfect ending myself. He even said that he was prepared for these moments, you know what I'm saying? He been, you know, working on this game all summer. You know what I'm saying? You already know how Ja is, man. He was just like, he was just ready. You know what I'm saying? My boy is prepped for this moment. And yeah, man, I honestly think that the Grizzlies can turn their season around. You know what I'm saying? They 7-19 now with that dub last night. I don't know who they got coming up in their schedule, man, but I honestly think they could turn this thing around with Ja Morant coming back. Ja Morant was what, missing what? With Ja Morant being gone, they missing what, like 30 points per game? Ja Morant gonna average like 27, 28 points per game with his arrival. So yeah, he bringing a lot of scoring back, a lot of playmaking back, and that structure in Memphis should be a lot better now. Especially when Marcus Smart come back from injury. That team gonna look dangerous. Just think about that starting lineup. They just, you know what I'm saying, they just waived Kenny Lofton, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know why they waived Kenny Lofton. Y'all let me know down below in the comments. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, if y'all real NBA fans, y'all know who Kenny Lofton is. You know what I'm saying? He a big dude for his, like, he a big dude. You know what I'm saying? He a bucket too. Younger player, and they waived him. A lot of people was mad about it. I seen a report, and I went to the comments, and I seen all the Memphis Grizzlies fans, they was all mad as hell. Like, why we, you know what I'm saying? Why we getting up Kenny? You know what I'm saying? He could be like, he a perfect garbage time player for the Grizzlies. But they gave up on that young guy, and you know what I'm saying? But I do like what I'm seeing from the shooters like Aldama and them. You know what I'm saying? Ja Morant just, you know, able to whip it to them. They able to knock it down. So I still do think the Grizzlies is like a playoff contender. No, they probably won't win the title this year because they don't have that on-court chemistry like 100% like all these other teams. But I don't know. I still do think they got a chance. I think it's kind of crazy to even say that, but I do think the Grizzlies got a chance in the West, just because the West just seems so up in the air right now. Like with the Warriors being boo-boo right now, and like the Clippers rolling. I can make a video about that. Let me know down below in the comments if y'all don't see a video about the Clippers. The Clippers been rolling, but yeah, man, y'all let me know down below in the comments how y'all feel about the Ja Morant thing. I know a lot of people love Ja Morant, so I have to come out and make a vid real quick, you know what I'm saying, about his arrival last night. Cause I'm like, bro, how do you come back in your first game and just like take over like this? Like, it's insane. He might even be a dark horse for MVP or something, you know what I'm saying? Ja Morant might come back MVP status, you feel me? Because I feel like with Ja Morant, a hungry Ja Morant is dangerous, you know what I'm saying? A hungry Ja Morant is dangerous. We all know Ja Morant played with a chip on his shoulders, especially when he played players like Steph Curry or LeBron. Like, we see him step up and really like back up his talk, you feel me, a lot of times. And like, even before the game, I guess they was joking around, like Ja was like, we gonna run up post up for Jaren, and Desmond Bain was like, no, we giving the ball to you. Like, in the last moments, the ball is going to 12, you feel me? The last shot is you, Ja Morant, you feel me? So it was good to see Ja Morant come back, have a perfect ending. And yeah, that's all I got for y'all, man. It's crazy to see Ja Morant come back and do this. It's scary, honestly. It's scary hours for the NBA, and it's scary hours for your favorite NBA team, man. No cap. So y'all comment down below how y'all feel about the Ja Morant situation, how y'all feel about the Grizzlies going forward. Do y'all think the Grizzlies can turn it around? Do y'all think the Grizzlies can make the playoffs, or do y'all think the Grizzlies will be struggling in the play-in tournament? Y'all let me know down below in the comments how y'all feel about the Grizzlies. I love y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed today's video. You dig.